Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here from Kyiv, Ukraine. I want to welcome all of you to another program today with me. And today we are going to be talking about what it means to be DSA's mentee. What is it like to be a DSA mentee? What is it like to follow DSA, basically? This is what this is talking about. It's not easy. You have to have a lot of stamina and a lot of inner energy to be able to be a disciple of DSA. But we have somebody today that wants to discuss this topic with me. And so I will introduce to you today to Mr. Israel Balogun. Hello, Israel Balogun.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, sir.
The question is, what does it mean to be DSA's mentee?
Yes, I think that question was first asked in a program maybe 2 weeks ago with one brother that came to do a review of a book. And then when you asked that question, I was very attentive to hear him talking about it. But he didn't, I don't know, he may know what to say. I don't know, maybe he just does not want to respond or something. But that question is so heavy in my heart. Comparing that to what Jesus said to his disciples.
Okay.
Now, the first scripture that came to me was, Jesus said, if anyone will hear my saying and do them, he said, those are my disciples.
Yes.
Then I began to wonder, okay, if what Jesus referred to as being a disciple is that you hear my saying and do them. Then in another scripture he now said, if anyone wants to be my disciple, he has said earlier that my disciples are the ones who hear my saying and do them. Another scripture now said, if anyone wants to be my disciple, you must be ready to forsake your family. You must be able to face persecutions. You know, say you carry your cross and follow. Those scriptures are the reason why that question was heavy in my heart. Because I began to understand that is DSA actually the one everyone is following, or the truths that he is speaking?
Okay.
The truth that this man brought is the reason why, even when he died today, he will still have mentees. Because the truth he has said will still be discussed, be researched, be listened, and be followed, even when he's no longer alive. And Jesus, the same way, he said to them, if anyone wants to be my mentee, my disciple, my word, he said, are spirit and they are truth. The truth I say, you must obey. So that is exactly why I think this question has to be dealt and has to be treated. And what did I derive from that question? Is that I want to welcome everyone who is coming to meet DSA for the first time. And I want to say to you, welcome to a new world. A world where you cannot imagine what you are about to meet. A world where you cannot explain really who this man is. When I get to some level, you will see how much I have dedicated my time to say, okay, if a man ever live like this, I want to pin him down somewhere. I want to get to know exactly what he is. But in every day you are researching on him, reading his book, studying, listening to the radio, messages, all you come to discover is, I don't know what is actually, okay, let me get there. The first thing I have to say is, welcome to the new world for everyone who is just coming on this platform. Because what it means to be DSA mentee is the fact that you are about to face a lot of persecutions.
Yeah.
You are on this platform. You are now saying, I love this man. I want to follow him. He has been a blessing to me. Yes. But I need to tell you, that you must be ready as well to carry the cross that he has carried.
But the problem is that when you come and say, I love this man, I want to follow him, then that is where the problem is, because you should not be loving the man and you should not be following the man. What you should be doing is loving the truth that the man carries. And because you love the truth that the man carries, you want to follow the truth. You want to dedicate yourself to that truth. I personally will not appreciate it for people to be following me. And I can guarantee them that anybody that will follow me will get disappointed and disillusioned. But anybody that will follow the truth that I carry, that person would never get disappointed or let down.
Okay, I think I said it earlier. And that question that I'm about to answer, the first question I'm about to answer is, are people really following DSA, or they are following the truth he carries?
Okay.
That was the question that I actually have to deal with first. And I think the reason why many people are following DSA is not because they don't hear so many things about DSA. Personally, I have many people who come to my inbox and tell me stuff and tell me reason why I should do away from DSA. Then the question I ask them is, do you agree that this man carried the truth? All of them said to me, yes, he has good messages. I said, forget the rest, I don't want to hear. So everyone who has come to me to follow DSA has come to follow one thing. And that is why people would boldly say, it's no longer about DSA, it's now about the truth. It's no longer about DSA, it's about the truth. Because if tomorrow DSA pass on, DSA is no longer on earth, would it be that what he has said will die? Will people still see those things relevant? I think what he has done, what you have done, will outlive you. And I say, everyone who has come to be a mentee of DSA should focus on the truth that DSA carries, not on the man. Because anyone who focuses on the truth, if apparently you are focusing on Christ. But that's what Jesus told them. He said, I am the truth. So anyone who is focusing on the truth is focusing on Christ. So I said, be ready to lose all, including your life. And most importantly, things in your life such as fame, honor, respect, money, reputation, family, friend, everything. But the day you sign to say, I have come to be a mentee of a man who carries the truth, you must be ready to lose all.
Yeah.
And the first thing you are ready to lose is that you will lose your life. You must be ready to say, I have come to lay my life down for the sake of the truth I found, so that I can gain it back. I will say something, because no one who is truly following DSA, following the truth, will not have a record of losing something. For example, many today, they've lost their long-time friendship. Many today, they've lost their positions in the church as the leader that's supposed to be respected. I am one of them. I was a board of trustee of a church, assistant pastors. When they come to know I follow DSA, I was called to pastoral meeting. They removed my name from board of trustee. They also excommunicate me. Did it bother me? Never. Have I lost something? I would have been a good pastor. I would have been a pastor. You know what it means to be a pastor in CNS? You will be honored. They carry like a God, mini God. But if you have come to embrace the truth, you must be ready to say to yourself, I have come to lay all down, to lay my life, to lay down my everything. That is what it means to be a mentee of DSA. You will first lose everything. then that is what Jesus said. You will lose everything. Because if you are not ready to lose everything, you will be hearing the essay, you will love the essay, but you will still not want to. You say, okay, no, I love the teaching of that man, but we still must not do without all this kind of a thing. As one man was saying, I just concluded HMT. He said he was hearing the essay, he will preach the essay message small, he will bring in Bishop Oyedepo and join it, he will end it with a dangerous prayer of mountain of fire. And the member was so confused. Anyone who has come to be a mentee must come to that point and say, I have found the truth and I'm ready to lay all down and follow. And I said earlier, you must be ready to lose everything. You will lose friendship, you will lose respect. People who are looking up to you before, they will tell you, we are looking up to you before, but I can't look up to you anymore. Jesus said something to his disciples. The Bible says, and many of them returned. They went away. Why did they leave him? Because at that time, what they were expecting him to say, he stopped saying it. For many people who have followed DSA before election, before campaigning, or talking about voting for Buhari, they withdraw. They say, no, I'm not voting this man again. Why will he be supporting Buhari? The problem there is simple. You have not come to follow the truth. You are only following a man. So you get disappointed at every point in time. So everyone who says, I have come to follow DSA must be ready to lose everything. Okay, I said the second thing is that be ready to gain just one thing. Having lost everything, one thing I am sure that you will but gain is that you will gain one thing. I am a living testimony of that. You will lose money through, you will lose respect, you will lose fame, you will lose, positions, honor, as we may term it. You will lose all this respect you get, Alan. But one other thing you will but gain is that you will gain the kingdom. Anyone who has come in line to say, I have come to be a mentee of truth that is coming out of this man, will gain the kingdom. And then losing everything just to gain the kingdom is far better than losing the kingdom just to gain everything. One thing that is very, very clear, definite, and sure by anyone who has come to embrace this truth is that you will gain the kingdom. How do I know? Yes, I am an addicted follower of the truth that's coming from this platform. And what has happened to me so far, as it shaped my life, I was called into ministry at early age, doing pastoring that I think I was a pastor. I hear everything, I do everything, we are into all this prophetic everything. But I have never in my life thought of God in this manner. I'm not seeing God to have sent me to become solution. So I gained the kingdom, though I have lost many things. I have gained the kingdom. I have gained the kingdom so much that I am so sure if Jesus should come today, I am ready for him. So one thing that is very definite in following this truth is that you will gain the kingdom. You may not gain money, you may not gain fame, you may not gain friendship, you will gain the kingdom. Now, if you therefore gain the kingdom, what does the Bible says about that? The Bible says, he who gain the kingdom, he said, every other thing shall be added. That shows that definitely honor will come, fame will come, wealth will come, but you must be willing to lose everything, closing your eyes to every opportunity. Enmity, abuses, they will come to your way. But one thing that is very sure is that you will gain the kingdom. That is one of the things that it means to be a follower or a mentee of DSA. I said also, be ready to unlearn and relearn what makes you a Christian and kingdom addicted? First and foremost, coming in contact with DSA, first thing that happens in you is unlearn, delete, uninstall. As a matter of fact, many of us enter into format that our system has to be totally formatted. Before you can take in what is coming from this man, something must give way inside of you. And those things will not give way if you are not ready to press that button of delete. As a matter of fact, if you are not ready to plug your hard drive and press format. Because without formatting your system, you cannot be a follower. There will be a conflict. There will be fighting together. Why would a man tell me that what labor is better than favor? Which kind of teaching is that? Why will a man tell me labor is better than favor? I have been hearing favor being better than labor for many years. Somebody can say, work is better than vacation. How can a man say that to me? This is exactly what we mean by you must come to a point where you say, hello, I must format myself, I must delete many things, and therefore I will become relevant to his kingdom. Another thing I want to say here, which is very important, is that you must relearn. Relearn in that sense means you must be ready to start from the scratch. Forget the Bible you know. Throwing away the scripture you store in yourself and be ready to humble yourself and say to yourself, I don't actually know, I want to know. I want to know. Let me say, every day I dedicated nothing less than 3 hours of my day, apart from my time of prayer or studying Bible, 3 hours to study this man. What I discovered is everything I want to do in my life, he has done it. If a man has achieved everything I'm going to do, he has achieved it to the point that there's nothing that God said to me before I met him that he has not done. It will be stupid of me to still be going to God and say, God, what can I do? What do you want me to do? When he has given me a prototype of what he asked me to do. So I am ready to relearn the right way to be human, to be a Christian, and to become kingdom addicted. That is what it takes, what it is to be a mentee. Be ready, I said, kingdom addicted, be ready to hear painful truths. Be ready to hear and to tell yourself painful truths. True that a man will tell you laughing at you, you'll be laughing at you, yet he'll be telling you painful truths. That when you look inward truly, you will know that this is talking about me. Be ready to hear painful truth. Be ready to work so hard and still feel as if you are not learning at all. You will be working every day to say, let me catch up. Let me develop myself. You will be reading books, you will be hearing videos. You will hear videos and hear videos. And when the man comes tomorrow and says something, say, am I even, and as if I've not doing anything. Such people, they are 10 times better than their mates, but because they have that, they think they don't know anything, will not make them to relent.
Yeah.
Such are great men. When they become 10 times better than their mates, they will know. Because they are looking up to a man who has gone 100 yards away, 100 miles away. They are still at 1 mile. This man has gone 1,000 miles away. And they are trying to catch up with a man of 1,000 miles. If their friend will be looking at them at the top, why they don't see themselves to be anything. That's what makes you a mentee of Dsa. You will work so hard, and eventually after working and working, you will still tell yourself, I don't know anything. When will I know? When will I even understand? I thought I've had it all until I listened to finish HMT. My life got, I just like, so life is this easy. Life is not, there's no mystery in this life. Yoruba, we used to say in the church with Yoruba language, Ashiri laye, entolomba fiyanekani. That means this life is mysterious. Only those that God revealed it to knows it. But when this man,
how do you say it? How do you say it in Yoruba again?
Ashiri laye, Ashiri laye. Ẹni tí Ọlọ́run bá fi hàn nìkan ni.
Ẹni tí Ọlọ́run
bá fi hàn nìkan ló mọ̀.
Okay, I got it.
That the Lord is mystery. Only those that God revealed it to knows it. But when we feel that the HMT, I come to know there's no mystery in this world. That life is predictable. You can predict the future by the thing you are doing every day of your life. So that is what it means to be a mentee of DSA. Be ready to work hard and still feel as if you are not learning or you are still behind. If you want to be a mentee of this truth, you will keep on feeling that. The day you come to a point where you think, I already know enough, is because you have stopped knowing. One thing is like, this man has a lot of things to tell the world, but there's no time, enough time for him to tell it. So if he keep on talking for the rest of his life, we may not come to the point where he say he does not have any right to say. You know, Dr. Anu was saying one day on the HMT of conversion. He said one day he checked the book of where DSS score is teaching. He was checking, he checked 100, 200, 300, 400. Then he got to 1,000. So he's still checking. And he said each of these teaching have maybe 42 topic. Then I come to say, well, if I cannot catch up with him, at least I will do 25% of what he has achieved. So the one will remember me for that small thing now. So that is exactly what it means to be follower and to be a mentee. Be ready to respond to some things bigger than you or your personal ambition. If you want to be a mentee, what does it feel to be a mentee? The day you become a mentee of DSA, something bigger than you or your personal ambition will begin to knock at your door. Since I begin to follow DSA, I wept every day seeing children hawking on the street, seeing children sleeping on the street, seeing beggars on the street of Lagos, seeing young able men in garages, becoming a conductor, smoking weed. I wept every day. It dawned on me as if I die and these children are not rescued, God will throw me to hell. I never have any ambition anymore. I don't think of buying a car, buying a house. All that comes to my life is how can I save money and feed these people, send them back to school, train them, give them a good life, let them discover their whole purpose. That is what being a mentee has brought to me. He has given me something bigger than my income, bigger than my ambition. I want to be a researcher. I want to be a researcher, a teacher, a lecturer at university. I want to go to class. I want to speak big grammar and bamboozle everybody with good English. I want to become a doctor and become a professor at the end of the day. But when this reality dawned on me, I discovered there's something bigger than my vision that God has given unto me. He said, raise leaders in every sphere of life who are heavily conscious and happy and useful. He said, turning ordinary men to something, to national heroes. He said, you are picked from the garage. Go back to the garage and pick many other children. That is so big for me. It's too big for me to think of it as my personal assignment. But I say, God, who in his mercy has determined that. So, being a mentee will send something bigger than you or your ambition to you. Be ready to respond to something bigger than you or your personal ambition. It's very important. If you stick and endure to the end, for sure your funeral will be filled by those lives you have positively impacted. I said, if you want to be a mentee, something is very sure. People that will attend your funerals will be those that your life has impacted them positively. Though it's a hard part. And I want to go back a little and tell you and say what many people who are following DSA is feeling.
Okay.
Of course, I
would like to know.
One of the things they are feeling is, one of the hits they are taking is loneliness.
Isolation. Isolation.
On December 2009, this year that we just entered, somebody from DSA platforms called me to say Happy New Year. And I was crying. He said, why are you crying, bro Israel? I said, last year, I received more than 300 calls from different people. That's 2017. I said, but this year, because I've taken the path straight to them, nobody remember to call. Loneliness. You find yourself in a jungle where you think you are the only one there. And everyone from left, right, and center are telling you you are wrong, you are missing it, you are out of the road, you are out of the way. Loneliness is a very key. But I have learned to convert my loneliness to solitude. Anytime such loneliness comes to my way, I find a place to lock myself. And what I do without my loneliness is to take more information and to pray and to believe God that one day the heart of these people will be opened and they will come to the understanding. So I convert my loneliness to solitude. Some other thing that many people who are following the essay is feeling is they have become the rejectees. They are already rejected by many of those people who used to be their friends, their followers. They call them mentor before. Many of them have told them, you've lost my respect. As if they give them. Many people who have become followers of DSA, they are being tagged Antichrist. You know what it means to be called Antichrist? By the people that used to sit down under your teaching and they say, God bless you for telling us this. Nevertheless, you have told them lies. Yeah, they think they've heard the truth. And they come to you and say to you, you are now an Antichrist. You have lost the gospel. That is what they feel like. You feel like you are no longer that person they need in their means. You are such as cast out. Now, all these things are the source of loneliness. You want to talk about losing money? But is DSA the reason why these things are happening? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because some years ago, when we are not the one hearing the message directly, we are only talking about the results. If anyone comes to know you are a mentee of a DSA, they will honor you. They will lift you up and say, these are the people that man has trained. Because we only hear of the result, we don't hear the message. The message to them who are hearing it was painful. But when the result comes, we share the result on our pulpit. Nobody is sharing the message that produced the result. So, is DSA the problem? No. The truth is the reason. The truth that was told to the Russians, to Ukrainians, is now being turned, the table is now turned to us. We are not the one hearing the message. The result we are celebrating then, we did not know that these are the messages that produce the results. And those who are hearing the message in those days, they were feeling the pain. They are the ones that were crying. But when the result comes, we celebrate our son in the land of a stranger is causing waves, is revival everywhere. So is there any problem? No, I say the truth is the reason why many of us have found ourselves in a dungeon of loneliness. No friends, no relatives, no family, nobody. My mother spoke with my fathers-in-law, and both of them had a meeting to call me in order for me to be warned and stay away from religion talks. After they told me that, I appreciated them, and I told them, I am born for this, and this is the reason why I exist. Any other thing apart from this, I'd rather die. From then, they stopped. But the fact remains that it did not just stop there, it's everywhere. Among friends, among families, among this and that. But I wanted to, and I said, look, what is the reason? Is it the man DSA or the message? Then I said, anyone who has come to embrace the truth, either from DSA or from somebody else, either it's DSA that say it or somebody else say it. If you embrace the truth, you must be ready to walk in a lonely land. That is what Jesus said to them. Be ready to carry your cross and follow me. You will be rejected by mother, father, children. Everyone will reject you. Loneliness is greatest challenge that everyone who has embraced the truth that have been spoken on this platform are passing through. So that is one of the things that I have to say there. If you stick, and I said, if you stick and endure to the end, for sure, your funeral will be attended by those your life has impacted positively. How do I know that? Is there proof of what I just said? Is there proof? I say, yes, there are many proofs. I listened to a man called Yuri.
Yuri, yes.
Yeah, the first time he came for HMT to present one of his mentees.
Yes.
He said, I have never read any book in my life.
Yes.
I'm not going to go. I only saw a man speaking on TV. And I said, if any man could live like this, I want to live like that. A few years down the line, this man has impacted thousands of people. Excuse me, sir. We are spiritual here, but our spirituality is nonsense.
It doesn't give result.
If anybody has such a follower in Nigeria, sir, that number that that brother has affected in his life, if anybody has such in Nigeria, he will be second to God. If he has not become God, him and God, they will be like this. Because they will have exalted him. Ordinary man, one out of many. That gave me that as a result, this message has been proven that it works. This message has been proven that it works. Those who have been a mentee, they have proved that I have followed a man and my life has given a result. And if that man should die today, if Yuri should die today, I am sure people that will attend his funeral are not going to be his mother or father or relative alone. Thousands of lives that he has affected will affect his funeral. So if anyone who is a follower embrace this and are willing to follow, they will have positive life affected people at their funeral. Be ready to deal with your fear and encounter doubt about DSA. Yes, If you are here to follow DSA, one of the things that you have to deal with is that you will have doubt about who it is. You will personally have doubt in your mind. And is this man actually up to something good? Is it for himself? What is this thing that is being said about him? Are they true? Okay, if they are true, why will you be saying this? Different things will come to your mind as a mentee to challenge or to question the messages in his mouth. But Jesus turned to them and asked them, he said, what do people say I am? Some say you are a prophet. Some say you are Elijah. Some say you are John the Baptist. Okay? Whatever they say about me does not matter. It doesn't matter if they call me prophet or this. I am not concerned about it. But you that call yourself my disciple, my mentees, what do you say? Who do you say I am? Why is Jesus not concerned about what others say about him? But he's very concerned about, are these people truly understood that I am the Son of God? If two of them could just understand, I am good to go. Because I know two of them will take the gospel and they will run with it. So one out of many jump and say, we know you are the Son of God. When John said it, Jesus was so pleased, said, upon this truth that you have come to know, my church shall be built. That is exactly what I personally have said to myself. No matter the doubts, no matter the articles, videos, anybody may be posting on social media, I know this man has the word of truth. They said to Jesus, we know you have the word of life. Where else shall we go? We know you have the word of life. If that is statement is said to him, I said, this man has the word of truth. I will deal with my doubt and deal with my fear because I have seen a man with the word of truth. I'm going to follow him. That's exactly anyone who is willing to be a mentee should be ready to deal with. You're ready to deal with your fear or doubt. You will hear a lot of things, actually. Yeah, you hear a lot of things. Be ready to gain all at the end of the day. You can't lose all without getting it back. You can't lose all without having it back. Everything that you have lost, you will get it. And let me say again that it feels most times that when we think, have I not made the greatest mistake of my life by following this man? Why is that coming to our mind or to anybody's mind? Why are you thinking that way? The reason is simple. It's very simple. Because we want to maintain the reputation. We want to continue to enjoy the honor. We want to be here and people will say, bless you, sir. When you come to Nigeria, sir, you'll be baffled. What we are telling you on phone is nothing compared to what is on ground. When people will practically worship you, if you say all of you lie flat, they don't cross-check, they don't ask questions, they follow. Men of God are gods. Other members are churchgoers. So when you begin to feed them, when the church made it clear to you that you are no longer part of us, we are excommunicating you. That is what it means. And those are the reasons why you will say, have I not made mistake of my life? I understand. One of the things you also feel to be part of this truth movement is that you have to even start from your house, from your very room, to get your wife or your husband convinced that you are not Antichrist. And how do you want to explain to them? It takes only God and hardening of heart to say, this is the truth. I'm not going to turn away from it. This is what it feels. You want to talk about losing money? You lose a lot of money. Yes. Yes, you lose money. Why do people will say, because I saw you with a particular person, I won't do business with you again? The question I want to ask is, have I diminished in the level of services I want to render? Do you see me? Do you consider me not to be capable again? Say no, you are still capable. Okay. Is my goods not what you have been buying? Say no. But that man is devil. Why are you mixing feelings with business? You come, okay, if a China man come to help you do something in your factory and he worship his own God, would you sack him for not going to church with you? You won't sack him. You will still hire him. Why do you want to stop doing business with a man just because you saw him? Definitely something is fishing about you guys that is scaring you, that's making you to think this man is a threat to you. And I'm saying, many followers of DSA, if you're allowed to share their and I want to believe that many people can call in so that they can share their own what they feel like following DSA. Because when people come to share what they feel like following DSA, you will know what people are shouldered, what they are covering under their clothes, and what they are passing through. And many people want to turn back. I am using this platform. I think it is very important to encourage ourselves on this platform that you cannot quit now. You cannot quit because you have come in contact with the truth. The apostle said to Jesus, you have the word of life. Where shall we go? You cannot quit. You cannot stop following. We are getting closer every day to turning around the gospel and bringing the revival that God has called us to bring on our land. You cannot quit. Of course, there are many people who already say, okay, I will follow this man in secret. I will not let everyone know. Well, I am not saying come public. I was also following in the secret for 6 months. Until one day, I just told myself, is this man telling lies? What am I ashamed of? I press share button more than 40 something times. In every group, every room I belong, I will just share it. From that day, people come to know. So you cannot quit. Despite of the pains, despite of the loneliness, despite of you being tagged several names, you are being called several things. Many people see you that you are no longer the same anointed man of God or woman of God they know you to be. It is not the time to quit. We are winning. We are taking over. The heart, this country, Nigeria, is about to experience the greatest turnaround of our life. We cannot quit. So that is what I'm using this platform to encourage us. That the reality is this. You will lose a lot of things. Friendship, family, money, whatever. Name it. You will lose it. Loneliness. You will. I used to have invitations to ministers in churches at least every month, more than 7 times, in different churches. Since the day they know that Israel is with DSA, only one man will invite me. And the reason why he will do that is, Then let me talk about it because I don't want to. I know he also followed DSA. So because he followed DSA, he can invite me. Everyone do away. They just decided to say, okay, but I would rather embrace the truth than going about telling people's lies, thinking I'm telling them the truth. I was telling somebody, I said, do you know I was a specialist in war prayer? War prayer. Yoruba call it Adua Shegun, Adua Idala, Adua Irapada. When you are looking for what we call revival here is prayer that is very, very hot. Those kind of prayer that they will pray and sweat, and eventually that sweat will only amount to nothing. I was a specialist in it. When they went out that kind of revival, in the list of the people they consider to invite for such a program, my name will come first or second. But until light came, until understanding came, that this thing does not change any man, we are only deceiving ourselves. So how do I embrace fame, popularity, pulpit above the truth? Why will anyone ever, a rational human being, embrace those fake, those nonsense above the truth? The truth has its own cost. And the cost of the truth is you will be alone. But I believe the truth, when it became established, you will still be the best among many. When many of them were inviting DSA all over the world, calling him to go and minister in their churches, they were only hearing about the results. They were not the one who was, they weren't hearing about the message. So they want to associate with the results. They want to familiarize themselves with the results. But what was the message that produced the result? Nobody cared to ask. How was it produced? Is this message not the same message that the Ukrainians had? How was it embraced? So I said, look, let the fame go. And the same thing may be happening to many people. I heard of somebody who said, I came on DSA platform, I lost a contract of this and that, therefore he's regretting it. I said to that person, look, you are not actually in for the truth. If you are in for the truth, whatever you lose because of the truth, it does not even matter. It doesn't want anything. It doesn't want anything. I cannot come here mentioning what I've lost because of the truth. Anyone who is in for the truth, we embrace the truth above any other thing. Ambition, desire, want, we put it down and we embrace the truth. But eventually, something is very important. Something is very sure. And that is, there will be a return, a reward in other food. Jesus said, if you leave all these things for me, I will pay you back in other food. He said, not in heaven alone. He said, even from this earth. That is exactly what it feels like following DSA. It feels like you are alone in the jungle. Nobody believes you. No, everyone thinks you are just there. So that's what I want to share. And I hope many people will call in to also share what they feel like for them following DSA. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, let's use the opportunity to address the people who are watching us right now. Maybe they would also like to share their experience or their experiences of following DSA's teachings and be on DSA's platform. I would really like to hear what people have to say about that, especially when you are in Nigeria. In your own case, you are in Nigeria, so I think it's much more harder for you when you are based in Nigeria than those who are based in Europe. So what does it mean to be a DSA's disciple and followers in Nigeria? But let me tell you something right now. He that laughs last laughs best. So the last laughter, the last laughter will be yours, because he that laughs last laughs best. You just wait. By the time I leave this country, Ukraine, and it's time to go to Nigeria, and I'm in Nigeria, even before I get to Nigeria, even the ones that don't want to associate with DSA today, they will be running at skelter to associate. They will be looking for you people. You people will become contractors. Connectors. You'll be connecting them. They will be looking for you to connect them. Because you know DSA. So they will say, please connect us to him, or connect us somehow. We want to join your group. But like I said, it's not about DSA, but it's about the message that DSA is bringing. And this is the message of Christ. Today I just had a lead-in to read the Elijah Challenge book again. So this morning I just, woke up and I was reading the book till lunch, and I finished reading it, and I just feel that, wow, by the time all of Nigeria read the book and other books, the eyes of our people will be open. And it doesn't, in fact, they can remove my name from all the books and the teachings, but the truth will still come across. It's about the truth getting across. And but yeah, kudos to you for the audacity to believe and to be able to pay the price. But it's not just about you. It's not just about the price that you pay on that front, but even talking about data, just the data alone. You listening to me all the time, every day, all these videos, tell us about the price it's even costing you to be following from Nigeria.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Very well, very well.
All right. The cost of following DSA financially,
yes,
is on the high side. Very, very high. To keep up with those messages, you don't want to lose out of it. You cannot run less than 12,000 on data on a monthly basis.
How much?
12,500.
12,500.
Yeah. On a monthly basis, and that is when you try to even leverage on the night download. You make sure you wake up in the night to download the videos. You cannot watch them live, so that when you watch them, when you download them in the night, you will not be able to spend more than 12,500. That's the cost. And then the cost of following DSA also is when you see a book that come out, and you know this book, I read them. If I don't read this book, it's as if you have not eaten. You want to start saving money to go on Amazon and buy the book.
No, but why are you buying? You don't need to be buying on Amazon. No, you know what I did for Nigerians? These sales we are doing, like this book now, how to turn everything negative to positive. We are doing sales for it for $3. But for Nigerians who are buying on Okada books, the price that is a sale here, because the price of the book when it's in paperback is $20 here. But when in Nigeria on Okada books, it's always regular price, 1,500 or 1,700 naira. That is $3 all the time. So yeah, it's lower than, yes, it's lower than all the sales that we're even doing here. That is the price all the time for just for the Nigerian people.
Okay. So I buy from Okada actually.
Okay.
So you want to say, I want to catch up with this book, buying data. If you have opportunity to have a friend who says, there was a time I had a friend who works, and I told him, your office has free internet, they allow you people to even you people who be in office, if you're watching movie online, please help me download videos from this YouTube. The guy was helping me for some time with the I'll go and copy it at the end of the day. Later he said, it's tired, that those videos are too many. That which one I said, he does not know the way. He doesn't know the way to. I said, I'll give you a topic, just let me download it. He gave up. But one has to, he just want to keep up. Because you know this source. You don't go to church. There's no church to go. And you still want to refresh and flourish and feed yourself with words. So you want to keep up. I spend nothing less than 12,500 on monthly basis on data. That's the financial implication of it. And I spend 3 hours every day. Every day. There's a law that says 3 hours, you study a man for 3 hours every day, you are likely going to become like him. I said, okay, if 3 hours will take me. I'm not talking about Mondays that I don't go out of my house on Monday at all. I use Mondays to lock myself up and listen to the messages of the week. But every day, 3 hours, wherever I am, the time I've set for myself, I stay somewhere. Either I'm going to be reading a book or I have a message I need to listen to and not stop. And then that apart from Bible prayer time. So those are the costs, those are the effect that. And then one of the things I also do was I was working with university, Ondo State University before. But when I come to understand these principles, and I know that if I want to fulfill my destiny, there's a need for me to break myself away from Uncle Sam. So I left the place, came back to Lagos, and I started doing business of my own. So the business, as I run it, I have time to concentrate myself on studying. Launching out to do what God has asked me to do, I've launched out and started reaching out to some people. So that is the financial cost of following this.
Wow, strong man. Now, concerning the cost of following DSA, what is this like following DSA? Look at what somebody just wrote me. And you know the person. You know Dr. Success.
Yes, sir.
He moved to Nigeria, you know, he's now in Nigeria.
Oh, I thought he has gone back.
No, he wants to stay in Nigeria to do his youth service or youth service corps.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so he's writing me this. He said, just last week, I walked into a random shopping mall here in Abuja. There on the shelf were a few copies of DSA's books, Nigeria and the Leadership Question, Short Shift, and Money Won't Make You Rich. Only those three, he said he saw. Then also, he said Nigeria and the Leadership Question is one of my, he said it's one of his own favorite books of all time. Then he said also, I saw some books at the Muritala Mohammed Airport in Lagos of DSA, Church Shift, Money Won't Make You Rich, and Nigeria and the Leadership Question also. I wonder why is it that I think Shioma could put all the other books in all the other bookstores, not just these three ones. Anyway, so I saw this book. I was so overjoyed to see the books in Nigeria, he said. Now, listen to this part, what he says. 2 weeks ago, I was in Kwara State, the city of Ilorin. While I was walking across the street, a stranger saw me and started shouting, DSA, DSA, DSA. I think the stranger didn't know his name, but recognized his face. So the person started shouting, DSA, 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 running after him. So he said I was shocked. Then I went to meet him and we discussed briefly. He said he also follows DSA every day and listens a lot to DSA. But he says he is a secret follower and a secret disciple so that nobody would know him. Even DSA doesn't know him. So I'm just reading because you're talking about the price of following DSA.
Yeah, there are many like that. There are many like that who are following DSA. Even within the church where they speak about DSA, they condemn DSA. There are many that are following you secretly. And the fear is, if I share this man video, they see me associated with him, they will think I've become Antichrist. So there are still many like that who are following secretly. And then, because they do that because of the fear of, they don't want to lose what they have, though they know this is the truth. But I personally would say, you can't keep what you have. You can't keep the wrong thing you are doing or promoting the wrong thing, though still believing in the truth. So if they want to follow secretly, fine. But I'm praying for them to come to a point where they will openly say, we can make it happen. And I want to say also that DSA book has to be on every university share. And this we can make happen in Nigeria if we have the opportunity to do that. Every university in Nigeria should have DSA book display on their shelves. I have contacted some schools who have agreed that we should bring those books to their schools. And I bet with you, sir, this is one of the best ways through which we can get this message spread into higher institutions quick. Because many of these institution students, university students, they are highly so much religious, particularly when you enter the scholarship. And the books they feed on, they are not the books that helps. If they've come in contact with some of your books, they will have a change of mind. So if there's any way we can spread these books to all campuses, particularly university higher institutions, their bookshops, they will take the books, they will have them. When they sell, you collect the money. And these books are going to help the nation a lot. That's what I want to say on that.
Beautiful. Now, I want to talk to people who are watching us as well to say, if you want to call to the program, the way to call is the normal way. You go to Facebook Messenger, and you go to Facebook Messenger, and you search for Move Agents. And when you go to Move Agents, you write to us that you want to call. So let's get some calls. Meanwhile, while we are calling, is one thing. I want to say the book that I'm presenting today is the new book I just released, How to Turn Everything Negative to Positive. And also the second book is I Am a Person, Am I a Personality? So that's what it means to follow DSA. To follow DSA's teaching or to be on DSA's platform and to identify with DSA, it's not enough for you to just be a person. You must also be a personality. Only personalities can follow DSA. And you have to know what it means to be a personality. And that's what this book is about. So it's not enough for you to be a person. You must also be a personality to be able to follow DSA's teachings. And yeah, and for those of you who are not aware, our next HMT is coming up in April, and I'm going to be teaching you people, going to be teaching people who are coming on how to build systems from the 4th to the 8th of April. I'm going to be teaching on how to build systems. I think we have a caller right now. Hello?
Bonjour DSA, bonjour Israël.
Ça va bien, innocent?
Oui, très bien. Israel, are you listening to me?
Yes, he's listening.
I like your passion, the fire that is burning in you. Is that same thing that you see in DSA that I see also?
Israel, can you wear your earphone so that you can hear him very well?
I'm not hearing him. I'm wearing it, but I can't hear him well.
Wear it and put it on and loud.
Okay.
Yes. So say it again, innocent.
Can you hear me now, Israel?
He's wearing the earphone now.
Oh, okay. I can't hear him, but I can see him.
Now it's good now.
Anyway, if you can hear me, I will go ahead to talk.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, okay. I said, do you know why I've never been inspired by any man of God?
No, what happened to your voice? Louder. Innocent, louder.
Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Can you hear me now? Yes.
Yeah, say it again, please.
I said, do you know why DSA inspired me a lot? Is because I've never been inspired by any pastor or any man of God at all. I've been following them, watching their messages, and listening to them. But DSA has inspired me a lot, and I still find it hard.
You have to be stable. Sometimes your voice comes out loud, sometimes it disappears. Make sure you hold it close to your mouth all the time.
All right. Okay, how about now?
Yes, now it's good.
All right, okay. So I said that I've been inspired and attracted to your message, and I really like the passion that Israel have, and this is what we need, the passion, this kind of passion. What I discovered about you is that, is the sound clear?
Yeah, very good now.
All right, okay. What I discovered about you is that there are two dangerous qualities that you have, which is you have a very strong will of accomplishing things. And the
strong what?
Is that a very strong will of accomplishing things that you desire to do.
Yes.
And then, apart from the strong will that you have, which is something I also see in Showore, for the follow-up of Showore, they will understand what this.
Yes, I saw it in him too. He has it. Yes.
That energy, that go-getter, that unstoppable person. That I must get it. I must make it. That energy. You were saying something. You said something about Showore some time ago that he has that energy to go on with the company.
Yes.
In Nigeria. So I see that passion, that energy, that zeal, that will, that wild beast, the unstoppable, untamable beast. I see that aspect in you. I also see not just that, but you are very calculative in your step. You are very calculative. In short, you are 10 times ahead. When people are, you always surprise me with your decision, with your ideas. So people that are coming to be mentored by you,
hello,
like somebody like Israel. Yes, can you still hear me?
Yeah, it went down. You said calculative, then your voice is becoming low. It's always becoming low at times.
I don't know why.
You have to listen to yourself because it's like it's not constant and it's not with your microphone because it's, you know, you have to always make it you are close and speak out loud all the time.
It's very close to me. I don't know why it's not.
Okay.
Okay. So how about now? Is it clear?
Yes.
All right. Okay. I say you are very calculative in your step because I've watched you, and a lot of people were telling me, "Oh, he's against the Nigerian pastors. He's calling them this. He's calling them that." But these are people that you personally know, and you are not afraid of losing them as friends. So people don't know why you were doing that. For you, actually, you have already foreseen the future, that you're not doing it for them, you're not doing it for the fame, you're not doing it to gain friends, but you're doing it for the posterity.
Yeah.
So people who are coming to be mentored by you are always shocked with this quality because these are uncommon qualities. These are not things, these are not qualities that we are used to daily. But me, the first day I heard from you, the first day I saw your message, I saw these things already. The very first day I saw this quality till today, even if no matter how bad somebody will speak about it, I'll just look at the person, I'll just smile. I say, this man you're talking about, look, this is who he is really. And to see that you have that will, you have the idea, the capacity to execute the things that you want. And people that are coming and getting backsliding, I call it, are people who fail to see some of this quality. And one of the most shocking part, I always tell you this, now, one of the most shocking aspects of it are people who you actually personally inspired. So I'm still trying today to understand what happened, what is their state of mind, what precisely turned their mind against you. Did they fail to see the quality, what you inspired them to do? Do they fail to? Some of them are inspired to write books. Some of them are even inspired to start businesses. So what happened to their mind? Why? Then I discovered it recently, that most of them came in from the past congregation, from their, like he talked about loneliness. Some of them came in, they saw that the journey is tough to follow. Just like your mentorship, it's your the online mentorship program you're doing now. It's one of the toughest. In short, what you don't need to actually know is that today I picked a form online. I just opened my email and I saw a message from the mentorship program. I wanted to fill it up. It asked me my email and my address, email the country. I started filling it up, and then it said the next page. I went to the next page. I started seeing questions. What book inspired me? What is very tough, complicated. You have to write and submit. That is exactly how the mentorship program you said was. So the moment you just go into it with this zeal, with this energy, you get to discover that this journey is tough. It's very rough. It's very rough. So I just went into it and I said that, okay, let me just fill it up. And then I just came onto Facebook and I saw Israel online. So you started talking. I saw about the mentorship stuff. I said, okay, let me open the message. And I started hearing Israel. You say he's coming to speak. And then the energy. So seeing you with this passion and how people are failing to see this thing is something that really, really baffles me. Why you don't do it? But I will encourage Israel as it is right now to continue with this passion as it is. Because people who are failing to see this thing are, like I said, that I just discovered recently why most of them are falling back, because it's for a simple reason that they idolize you. They idolize you. They come in, they make you an idol, because they haven't grown beyond that nature of idolizing human. They need somebody who will father them. They need somebody who will. They need that patriarchal. I don't know, that fatherly, that paternal figure in their life, so they are unable to feed independently on their own. So when they come close to you, they idolize you. The moment they idolize you, any little thing they make them to stumble. They cannot be able to stand on their own. Instead of them to hold on to the teaching that you teach them, they are trying to look into your life. They are trying to mirror themselves in you. So most of them stumble a lot. But what people need to do is to listen to your message, the way it is carried. We are all human. We are fallible. We can be able to do unimaginable things as humans. So people who are coming to mentor you should be able to know. The people who are coming to be mentored by you should be able to observe these two qualities. That you are a go-getter. You are somebody with a very strong will. Not just the strong will. You have the ideas. You have the capacity. You have informed your mind. You have studied. The last program you did, there was a program you did with Bayowa. You were talking about authors and so many big figures that you have read in your life. I was really, really inspired by that, because I started studying those figures, and when I heard you were talking about them, I was like, wow, okay, I'm on the right path then, because look at DSA. You started talking about it without any book, without any note. You were just, when she would just call this name, you just start explaining the person, his ideas and this. I was like, wow, okay, this is it. Let's go. So if you're coming towards DSA, you should not idolize him. Try to follow the truth. Try to follow his ideas, his teachings, because these things are true. DSA's teaching will stand for aeons. They will stand for centuries, years. It will still be, posterity will come out and say, look, this man stood for the truth. But people who are deceiving you today to collect your money, to do your abracadabra and give you fake promises and prophecy, they will not. Tomorrow you will see the next two generations, they will come out and curse them. All these big pastors, you're seeing them. People will come out and see who they are, all their juju that they are doing to manipulate people. It will become very clear, because people will become wiser. They will wake up from their slumber. So DSA is putting all this. Don't mind what people are saying today. What he is saying, what he is writing is being recorded. There are books, there are records of what he says. It will stand as testimony for him tomorrow. So if you're coming to be mentored, watch out for these things. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so very much. Thank you. All right, I think we have even more callers. We have more callers who want to come on. Meanwhile, I also want to talk about the mentorship. Innocent just spoke about mentorship program, and I want to challenge all of you who have not yet joined the mentorship program, but you must be serious-minded to join this mentorship program. It's not everybody that has been able to cope, because it's demanding. So if you wish to join the mentorship program, please go ahead and register. And that is by going to sundaydelajablog.com/mentorship. sundaydelajablog.com/mentorship. And the HMT that I spoke about, that I'm going to be training and teaching on systems, on how to build systems, is coming up in April 8 to 12. And you just need to go to sundaydelajablog.com as well /HMT. sundaydelajablog.com/HMT, or you write to hmt@godembassy.org. Okay. If you have not read this book that is here, I Am a Person, Am I a Personality? You are missing out. I'll make you go get them. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Good evening, DSA.
Good evening, sir. Who is calling from where?
Shiva Joe Michael calling from Lagos.
All the way from Nigeria. So you will understand this topic like no other. What is the price and the cost of following DSA or the messages of DSA in Nigeria?
Yes, it's you know, there's a lot. I've listened to Bro Israel. I've spoken to him before. I can relate with some of the things he's saying. I can relate with a lot of the things he's saying, but here are my own views.
Okay.
To the cost and the price. First of all, I believe that truth is priceless.
Oh.
I believe that truth is priceless, and I believe that ignorance is even costlier.
Huh.
And as a people, as a nation, we have lost so much individually and as a nation because of our ignorance. So I don't think there is any price that is too high to pay for knowledge and for the truth. Because if we refuse to pay the price for the truth, we will pay a higher price because of ignorance. And so when it comes to the path of loneliness, well, for me, I thank God, you know, for the
fellowship, for the church that you attend.
The church that I attend, oh my God, in fact, it's a sweet ride, because one of the things that I enjoy there is that we speak the same language. So I'm not having opposition from my own place of fellowship right now. No, in fact, everything about the DSA, both the HMT, everything, the books and everything, we go through it together.
Wow.
So yeah, so that makes it.
What about the fellowship you have attending before?
That is where the issue comes in.
Okay.
You see, all the previous fellowship and the association that I've been before, which happens to be on a larger and a bigger scales.
Yes.
You know, now one of the things I've been able to realize is that there is a time in your life when you begin to gravitate towards the truth. You begin to see the people who are actually your people. Truth will separate the people that are yours from people that are not yours. And so for me, I see that more of an advantage than a cost. I see it like, you know what, this is a good thing happening, because right now I know the people that are around me. I know I can weigh up and I can evaluate the mentality and the mindset of the people that are around me. So by me choosing this path has actually helped me to draw that line where I know that, you know what, this is where you belong, this is where you don't belong. And until you are able to cross the path of ignorance and come to this place, there are some certain levels we cannot relate at. It's not as if we are enemies. We are not enemy. I'm not going to be sad with you, but if you cannot think or measure up in some certain level of understanding, then you know.
But for example, the fellowship that you used to be in before, I know the pastor there. I told you that he used to be my disciple too.
Yes, sir. I know very much. I know very much. But you know, the challenge is, you know, people. I realize that there's a lot people don't know. People have been misinformed. A lot of people are ignorant, and that ignorance is what is making most of these people to be able to overpower and be able to sell out some certain things to us, and we believe. And in as much,
I will even tell you that half of the messages, all the messages that you have been hearing in that church before you left there, if not half, it will be at least 30%. That pastor learned them from me, either directly or indirectly.
Yes, sir. I know. You see what I found out? Let me tell you one of the things I found out lately. I realized that most of the people that have been taught by you, people that you have mentored, people that have sat on your feet and had learned, I realized that what was driving them is different from what is driving you.
Okay, yeah, I think that is what Israel also spoke about that. Yes.
So when I can get your messages now. If that is why, sir, if you notice, for a while now, I've not been calling in.
Yes.
I've just been listening and reading and been listening. And that's all I've been doing.
Okay.
Because for what the first part, for anybody who truly wants to make out anything out of DSS teaching, or wants to be something, wants to be a personality, we have to first go through the path of self-evaluation. We have to first evaluate ourselves and let everything we are studying and we are hearing, let it first speak to us first. Let's be the first person that goes through that drill and say, okay, how do I apply it to my own life before I go out and teach other people?
Yes.
So if those things do not pierce me and break me and tear me into pieces, then it is going to be, I can now, if that process didn't happen, I can just have so much knowledge and understanding. So much knowledge from, I've gathered this from DSA. Because, truth be told, there is nobody that will listen to you with so much of knowledge that you speak from, a high level of understanding, that when you talk, people will listen to you. People will know that, no, this person knows what he's saying. But it now depends whether I am broken enough to allow those messages, to allow myself filter through those messages itself. So that is the divider. So a lot of them will just take your principles and use it for personal gains. So they have their own goals, they have their own desires and plans set up already. Now, you have the materials and the resources. They then take your materials and resources to fulfill their own desire and goals. So it is not a kingdom, there is no kingdom view here. It's about, this person has what I need to get to where I'm going to. And where I'm going to is to build an empire for myself. That's it. That is it. So that is what differentiates. So, sir, sometimes when I'm listening to their messages and listening to those messages, I can see that they are in this place, they have altered some certain things. It is not the complete truth. It is a selected truth. It's a selected truth. So for people who want to run after knowledge and understanding, and who wants to really fulfill kingdom mandate here, you have to always go for the complete truth, and it has to start from you. So that is one of the challenge. Then when I hear bro Israel also speak of the costs, you see, we are in a place where people pay a lot of money to become more foolish.
Wow.
That is the truth. So it is not an amount. You asked me before, the amount on data and all that. If I am after the truth, if I'm after understanding and knowledge, and I'm after God, there is no price that is too high to pay. Yeah. If it is within my power, if it's within my capacity, there is no price to pay.
Yeah.
And everything has been made so easy. So it's only the people who don't want to do it, or who want to give excuses, that will say that, hey, it's because of this, that's why I'm not able to do this. For example, the Okada books now is so cheap and so accessible for anybody to go there and get the books and read them. In fact, they made it so easy to even read. It's so easy to read. So I go on Okada books, and of recent I bought almost like 15 or 16 books, of recent, and I'm going through them one after the other. And if I finish that one, I go for more, because there are so many books in that place to read, and they are very, very cheap. If I commit 20,000 or 18,000 on books every month to get your books every month, I can almost get as much as 10 books in a month.
Wow.
Which is not even up to what I can read in a month. So if I decide to say whatever earnings I earn this month, so percentage goes to, because this is about personal development.
Yes.
And no price is too paid to to develop the God-given capacity, you know, that we have in us.
Yes.
God has loaded us with so much. When I was following this HMT that just ended, I was blown. As in, this HMT was something that for people who followed it, if you are not challenged newly, you know, then it means that you have not listened right, you know. And that HMT challenged me again, gave me another hurdle to cross, to say, you know what, this is another challenge. And I realized that, you know, until we become like God, there is no price that is too high.
Yes.
People that have been changers of this world, DSA that we all listen to today, when you read his book, you will realize the price that he paid.
Yes.
From when people that have read your book, they will see, is it the price of time? The time to invest in? Because nothing good comes out in life without some of these investments. So, sir, it is for me, my submission in all this is that yes, it might be a lonely path. We might be a minority. We are a minority. That's the truth. We are a minority. On Saturday, in the evening of Saturday, when the election was cancelled, and I interacted with a few people, and I saw the people's judgment, I was angry in my spirit. In a long time, I've not been like that. That how come we are in a nation like this, where people think in this way? And I realized that it is because of the things that we have exposed our mind to. Our mind has been formed in a certain way, and so we can only see in one spectacle. So when people come and begin to challenge our sight and begin to challenge the way we see things, we want to bully them out. We want to say all sort of things. So it's a lonely path. It's not a path where you get to find a lot of people. But the truth is, people that have changed this world have walked that path.
Yeah.
The people that have turned this world around and their name have been written on the marble of time have walked that path. So if we are on that path, we should not feel alone. We should celebrate. We should rather rejoice that we are on the path of greatness. So for me, it is not a price. It is not a cost, as far as I'm concerned. In fact, it is not nothing to pay, because when you look at the Bible says, when Jesus set his eyes on what is to achieve, when he saw the prize, he subjected himself to the death of the cross. He subjected himself to the pain. In fact, he didn't see it as pain. He was counting it as joy to go through that path. So I think some of us are in that place right now to count it as joy, whatever it is the price. So we don't want to see it as pride, rather we want to see it as joy. We want to see it as gain. To say, for us to be on this path, it is gain. So, brother Israel, I commend you so much. You've always known, I'm with you on this, and I appreciate you for what you're doing. And I want you to know that it is not a lonely path. You are not just alone. It might be lonely, looking at your very immediate environment, but slowly but surely you will realize that the truth always stands. That is one thing that should give us joy, that at the end of the day, when the other heresies and other things are falling apart, the truth will remain standing. So
I think the biggest challenge in Nigeria is that they don't have access to my books directly in the streets, in the bookshop.
Yes, I wanted to say something about that when you read about what Success said. I feel, yes, truly that your books are not accessible on the street. But I think one of the campaign now that I want to start throwing out to people is, why do we even have to wait? Because there are some people who will not even read the book on the shelves.
Oh.
That's the truth. There are some people who will not read the book on the shelves. So it is to now enlighten people more that there are platforms you can read these books. And especially the youth. For me now, my target is the younger generation coming up.
Okay.
The people in their age of 18, 19. If we open them up to some of this reality, as I'm already doing, and I'm already, exposing them to some of these things, they will make some decisions that will transform their life, because they are still, they still have time ahead of them. And their generation happens to be on a larger scale. There are so many of them. So instead of you using your Instagram to be following a celebrity that does not benefit you anything and will not add value to your life, use that same airtime, use that same money. Instead of going to shows to go and watch artists that will not add anything to your life, use that same money to acquire information that will shape your generation. And so that is the campaign. That's my campaign. That's my word to them. And the more they pick this, they begin to choose the right path. They begin to develop values, because that's what your books teach. Your books teach rich values. They teach principles that will change individuals, and those individuals will in return change nations. You know,
what books are Christians reading in Nigeria, if not these books?
They are reaching books that are related with power. You know, all those books that when you fast for 21 days and 30 days, you will have access to just wave your hand and people will just fall under the anointing. And books that gets to relate with how you can find favor. You know, breakthrough books, the books that will break demonic bondages. That is, you will find those kind of books more interesting, because an average Christian in Nigeria believes he's under a bondage. So those kind of books appeal to them more. So if you talk about how many people do even wants to read about transformation? A few people. A few people wants to read about transformation. In fact, people don't even the issue of personality is like you're speaking a foreign language. When you're talking of personality, the books that talks about value is like you are speaking gibberish. What is value? What is value? So people are not interested in those kind of books. But I also understand one thing, that, you know, maybe with time, one of the things we will do is strategically orchestrate a medium where your books can saturate everywhere. In fact, let them be seeing the book, even if they are not going to pick it from the shelf. Let them see the books. Let it keep appearing in their faces. And then I'm sure by the time we now begin to introduce the electronic book, because I believe that the future is electronic books.
Yes,
that's the future. Very soon now we will do away with all these papers, and in your device you can carry over 500,000 books in just one device. And that's the future. So I believe that we are still in that stage where we first need to saturate everywhere with the books. And let them read, for people who love to read, and encourage people who wants to read. So I'm not giving up. In fact, I'm so happy right now. This is the best time of my life.
Wow.
I'm enjoying the best time of my life.
Wow.
Because for people who you're going to lose as friends, they were never your friend in the first place.
Yes.
For people that you gain as friends, now maybe those are your real friends.
Yeah.
For things that you have, for values that you have added over your life, they will begin to change your life. And like right now, my life is changing. You know, it's changing, and I'm immersing myself in that pool, and I'm digging deep in, so that when that incubation period finishes, and I come out, I will come out a better me. And then that better me can then begin to affect my environment, and affect my decisions, affect my neighbors, affect my community, and that is how this country can become what it is. So yeah, DSA, I want you to know that in fact you have started something that is going to last a lifetime. Even if you stop, DSA, if you stop talking now, and you stop writing now, and you stop doing live shows now, the material that is on ground is enough to change 4 generations. What is available now, my children will go through it, my grandchildren will go through it, my great-grandchildren, they have enough to feed on and become somebody that will change this world with what you already have on ground. But thank God you are not even stopping. You are still releasing more.
But apart from the books, do people know? Are people aware of the YouTube, SoundCloud, of course, and Telegram?
Of course, yes. For people who I can reach, what we do is once you have questions and all that you are not, I don't have enough time.
Hello? Did we lose him? Is he there? Hello?
Them don't even have some of them.
Hello, we lost you for a while.
Hello, sir.
You said the last we had you say was that when you don't have time, and you talk to people you don't have time.
What I do, I copy the link of the video, of your video, your teachings, and I send it to them. So, but some of them too also still have challenges with data, having to watch. You know, most of your videos are like an hour minimum.
Yes.
You know, some of them are like an hour, 30 minutes.
Yes.
So what I then do some of the messages I just download. I have an application on my phone. I can download the message MP3.
Okay.
On MP3, so it reduces the size of the video.
Yes.
Minimally, and then so I can share with them and then let them listen. So after they listen, they will then come and discuss. And the pyramid is getting bigger because as I pass it with them, they too also pass it to other people, and then it's getting larger and larger by the day. So I believe that over time, it's just a matter of patience. Over time, these messages will saturate everywhere. There are some people now who are still afraid to listen to you, not because they are not aware that you have messages, but they are just still afraid because of their state of mind and some of the things they believed in over the years. But gradually, it's there. We begin to get them and then get them to embrace some of these things. Just challenge yourself. Don't be afraid. Go and listen to it first. Go and listen to it first. When you listen to it, then we can talk. And then some of them have listened and they realize that, wow, there's a lot of truth in this thing. And so it's a slow momentum, but it's gaining ground strongly.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so very much, Michael.
Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate you, sir. It's just keep up. I'm encouraging Brother Israel. He should keep up the good work. He's not alone.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much, sir.
Blessings.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Wow. So those are two different opinions right there coming from Nigeria. The two of them are from Nigeria. Michael is based in Nigeria, and Israel is also based in Nigeria. So and the two of them are speaking the truth. Is truth, but it's like a coin. The coin has two sides. So the two opinions are actually two sides of the same coin. None of them is lying. Both of them are right in their impressions. I think we have another caller. Hello?
Hello, DSA. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Who is calling from where?
This is Academy Paul calling you from British Columbia, Canada.
Wow. How are you, Paul?
DSA, I'm doing good. And I'm enjoying the conversation today. I just want to chip in some ideas.
Yes.
And my thoughts.
We would like to hear your thoughts because it's important.
All right. Listening to Israel, he's been doing a very good job. And I will say some key things about what Israel is saying and to our audience. The topic is the price of following DSA.
Yes.
DSA, there's a truth. And the truth is that if you are not ready to be selfless, you can't follow DSA. Yeah, following DSA comes with a price. If you are still thinking of personal gain, personal things, you won't. DSA in 2008, you came to Nigeria. Daystar, you came to Daystar.
Yes.
You gathered some pastors together. How come they not follow up the legacy? See, following your pathway will have to forget self. And technically, an average Nigerian want to hammer.
What is hammer?
Yeah, they want to.
What is hammer?
The word hammer is a derivative of Homer Jeep. When Homer Jeep came into Nigeria, came into circulation, that word hammer was a derivative of Homer Jeep because Homer Jeep is not.
Okay, you told me before the Homer Jeep.
Yeah, from Homer Jeep. So Homer Jeep is synonymous to being successful. If you're successful, you buy an Homer Jeep. So that was why they coined that word hammer. So anyone that wants to hammer, that wants to be successful, can follow DSA.
Okay.
When I mean successful, personal gain, success for yourself, because your teachings are selfless.
Yeah, these teachings are more about self-denial.
It's about self-denial. These teachings are selfless. So if you are not ready to sacrifice self, you can't. And essentially, that's what it means to be a Christian. Christianity is a selfless call. So therefore, we can see that most of these guys are not Christians. Because if you can't be selfless, then you are not in this faith. For example, an hallmark of a genuine conversion, a proof that you are connected to God, is not reflective to the God you don't see, it's reflective to the man you can see.
Right.
You can't say you love God and you can't reflect that to the man that you can see. That's an impotent faith. So we can say that these people really don't know God. if they find it difficult to be selfless, then they don't know God. That's case one. Case two, when I went to Nigeria in November, I saw Israel. We spoke, and Israel wasn't talking like this. It wasn't talking like this.
Wow.
In fact, then I was looking for an opportunity to have a conversation with him, because I was saying in my mind, this guy needs to know more. But you know what? Now Israel is on fire, and that's a case for every other person listening. It's all about diligence. You can't eat your cake and have it. It's how much you put in that you also bring out. From Israel's conversation today, you will hear about it disappears with materials. He reads, he listens. Between November last year and now, it's less than 3 months. Israel is on fire. So, DSA, I must tell you on something that is very important today. I was on your program in November. We were discussing about Antichrist. And a woman was sharing share. She was sharing share, like, and not be what I thought, good and gosh. She was acting from the beginning to the end. So I reached out to her and I gave her a call. I said, ma'am, what really did you learn from this conversation? Guess what she said? I was busy. I wasn't listening.
Ooh.
I said, really? But you were acting for truth. That is the difference between Israel and many people listening to you. Apart from the fact that people need to be selfless, people really need to listen to. I've studied the movement. Many people are really not listening. They are active online. They are sharing. They are not listening. If you listen to what Israel said, he disappeared. He gave himself attention. He sat down. He was focused. Let me tell you something, DSA. I have to be real with you. I've done a lot of review on your Secretism series. And each time we come for the review, people will say, this one was better than last one. By the time I will come for another one, they will say, this one was better than the last one. Each of those teachings, I sit down with it minimum of 5 times. Minimum of 5 times. Again, and again, and again, until it sinks into me. Today we have
this is with
information
each video.
Each of those Secretism video, I sit down with each one 5 times minimum or more. Or more. That was why I could do all I have done on Secretism review. And that was why I understand it deeply. Today you can see Israel talking like someone who has caught fire. It is not magical. It's not rocket science. Israel sat down. Israel incubated himself. Israel was focused on the book and on the teachings. Many people should have caught fire like Israel too on the platform, but not everybody is listening intensely. So this is a time for us to be focused. This is a time for us to really disappear like Israel did. And DSA is a man of many faces. You can't really follow everything because you can't be everything. But the area that really speaks to you, consolidate on that area. Another person could pick the politics aspect like Bamishaye, consolidate on the area you have picked and focus. Focus. This thing is not magical, it's not rocket science. Just focus on the area that really speaks to you, that fits your passion, that address what you want to become. You can't pretend to know everything and you want to do everything.
Right.
But there's an area that really focuses on you. Disappear and consolidate. Get the books in that area, get the teachers in that area, and really focus. I'm telling you, by the time you will come out, you will catch fire like Israel. This is the area we have to get to now in DSA. Not, we have so many people pressing share, like, but they are really not listening. I asked that woman, I said, okay, man, what exactly did you learn from this teaching? He said, oh, I wasn't listening. I was busy. I was at the shop taking care of customers. But you were active online.
Wow.
And that's the same thing going on right now. Ask anyone, what did you learn? But you were active, just busy doing nothing. Do like Israel. Disappear for a while. Get the books that fit. You can't buy everything. Get the ones that fit your passion. Get the teachers that fit your passion and really go catch fire. When you catch fire, people will come watch you burn. That is how I have done all I have done, and I'm still doing. I listen to those teachings minimum of 5 times. 5 times. Again, at night, in the day, at night, in the day, till I'm able to get the real content. Because normally you can't get the teaching in one sitting. You can't.
Wow.
You can't. So many things will go on your mind. You can't even understand a book at one reading. Keep at it. I read each book 3 times before I say I've read it 3 times. The first one is general overview. The second one is consolidating. By the 3rd reading, I'm into the book. I'm in the spirit of the book. I can form my own thought. I understand the philosophy behind the philosophy. It gives you clear understanding, clear perspective. So my challenge today is for people to consolidate. Because with the amount of people listening to DSA, by now we should be doing a lot of more experts. But not everybody is really listening. I'm emphasizing that word listening and reading indeed. We need to be more focused, consolidate, go deeper. You know, the last HMT, not this one, the one before, the one in November.
Conversion.
I listened to those teachings 4 to 5 times each. Again and again and again. That's why up to now I still remember the key teaching. I remember the conversion, how Elijah and Elisha, the journey, how Elisha was following. I also did a teaching on it because I listen, and I'm listening. And that's what I'm giving people now to also following DSA, how you can make the best out of this DSA series and DSA books. Don't just be surface. Don't just be on the surface. Go deeper. Go, not all the go deeper they say in Bushidi's church. You go deeper, Papa. I don't mean that one. I mean consolidate. Listen, pick one. You don't have to know everything. You know, we have too many information overloads that eventually we are not doing anything. The ones that really matches your passion, sit down with it and get to the root of it. Understand the philosophies behind the philosophy. And because this battle is not a frivolous battle. They are going to ask you real questions. People will ask you real questions, and you must be able to give answers. The truth of the matter is that many people on the platform, if we engage them on a one-on-one interaction, they will freak out.
Wow.
It's an intellectual campaign. It's an intellectual battle. It's not something you just talk out of here. I just talk here. I'm just talking frivolously. It's the area me have chosen. Yes, I'm here to say in Nigeria that can win my debate.
Amen.
Because I have all my facts, and I'm still researching the area me have chosen. In the other areas, I may not be that deep, but the area I've chosen, I'm still researching, and the research continues today. So, following DSA, the price of following DSA requires focus. Focus on the area that matches your passion, not just everything. And I think I'll stop here.
And listen.
Focus and selfless. If you are not selfless, you can't. If you are still thinking of you want to hammer, you want to take advantage of the platform because DSA will bring you on board, people will get to know you, you use that to raise money, you will destroy yourself. You will destroy your reputation. We are living in an information age. Any mistake you make will be on the internet, and internet does not forgive and does not forget. You will destroy yourself. You will destroy your reputation. And it will be difficult for you to come up again. You see, we are called to deliver people, but you also have to win the trust of the people you are called to deliver. When you lose their trust, then it's difficult for them to trust you the second time. Just like a pastor who embezzles money, they're not going to give you money the second time. So you have to be selfless. Then you also have to be focused. Selfless and focused.
Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, excellent. That is Paul Akinpelumi right there from British Columbia. Wow, 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 wow. That's deep. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Do we still have a caller? Yeah, I think we still have callers. So let's go ahead and get the callers who are coming in. And meanwhile, let me talk about those of you who might want to be receiving our messages. If you want to be receiving my messages, especially those in Nigeria who don't have data, why don't you just write down our telephone number, our WhatsApp number, and this is for the office. People think that this is my personal. I don't use telephone personally. I don't have WhatsApp number, but this is for the office, and the number is +38 098 596 3838. Write it down, and it's on the screen right now, so that you send your number to us. Send us your telephone number, then we will commit to be sending you our messages on daily basis. So, but it will be in smaller formats, smaller ones that you'll be able to send to your friends, or you could send all the telephone numbers of all your friends and relatives to us, and we'll be sending them as well these messages on daily basis. Okay, I think I have a caller right now. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Who is calling from where?
I'm calling from Zambia, Funsan on the line here.
Zambia.
Yes, sir.
Samuel?
Funsani.
Funsani, yes. How are you, Funsani?
I'm great. How are you doing, sir?
Well, you know, I'm as usual trying my best.
Trying.
What is the price like following DSA in Zambia?
Oh, serious. But we are paying the price.
I think
Hello?
help is on the way to Zambia very soon. I know a friend of mine, a pastor, who was a missionary in Zambia before, and is moving over down there soon.
Okay. I have to connect with him.
Pastor Joshua. You don't know Pastor Joshua?
Pastor Joshua. No.
Oh, okay. He was in Zambia with one of the big Nigerian denominations. He used to be a pastor there. Then he started, then he ran across my messages and he started listening to my messages. So he had to resign from his office, from his position as a pastor in Nigeria in one of the big denominations. And
I think I know him.
Yeah, he wants to move back to...
I think I have an idea. Yeah, I think I have an idea.
Yes.
Great. I would like to say thank you to you, Dr. Sunday.
Yeah.
And our guest today, Brother Israel. He did a great job. I just have a few words myself as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm speaking as an individual personally. I've really gotten a lot of help from your messages and your books.
Okay.
Now coming to the cost. If you really want something, if you really want to change, I think you have to pay the price. Like for me, personal development. I love personal development. So if I tell you, I buy, of course, Kindle version books on Amazon as well as hard copies. And people ask me every time they come across me, but how do you manage to get these books? I said, if you really want something, you will get it at all costs.
Woo! Wow.
So the data, like I think the previous 4 HMTs, I think I have everything now on my laptop and other external hard drives. Download, listening to them over and over again, because I think there's the law of repetition.
Yes.
And you can't just get the message just at once. No, you have to keep on immersing yourself.
Yeah.
So that you really have that depth. Because Dr. Sunday is a man of depth. He is a man of depth. So you cannot allow it just to be shallow-minded, like you run, with maybe zero and so forth. No, you need to get the message. You really need to get the message and understand it. Understand it practically to yourself, to you as an individual. So that's what I wanted. That's just what I wanted to contribute. Thank you so much, Doc. Thank you so much. And please, can you connect me to Pastor Joshua?
Yes, just drop me a line. Drop me a line on my inbox, in my inbox.
Okay, great.
And I will give you his contact.
Oh, great. Because sometimes I buy books just for colleagues. Can you believe it?
Wow.
I just buy books and just bless them. Like I think last week, there was a family friend of mine who came and I was showing him the books. He said, Are you opening a branch for God Embassy Kiev? I said no, because I just love the message. I love the message. She said, wow. So I blessed him with I think raising the next generation of Steve Jobs. Yes. And Bill Gates. Yes. That's the book I blessed someone else.
But
So
now,
thank you so much once again.
what about your, because it was brother Israel was talking about the price in terms of the people around him as well. He talked about loneliness and being rejected from the church and being persecuted.
I don't go to those shrines anymore.
Ah!
I don't.
That is the secret. That is the secret.
Yes, I don't.
You have been set free.
I'm free. So you see, if you know the truth, why should you go back to Egypt?
Right.
Yeah, why should you go back to Egypt? So
Yeah.
I know some of them know, but this man from I've got relatives there. This man from Ukraine is confusing you. I said, yeah, I think he's confusing me. I think for the better, for the better. Yeah, because now they are seeing the result. That, but even the way your conduct and so forth is different. I said, yeah, I don't think I'm the same person you knew probably a few years ago. I'm different.
Fulsani, yeah, you are very constant as well, because not too many people are very constant, because you are very constant.
Of course, I mean, every day I miss myself into your messages. Every day, like every day.
That's why, it is people like you that are going to be the movers and the shakers of Africa eventually. It doesn't matter what happens, they like it or not. You people are going to have the last word upon that continent.
Even if it will just be the two of us with Israel in Africa, they will see the difference. They will see the difference. So we'll keep on keeping on, sir. We'll keep on keeping on.
Beautiful. I don't know if you know some other people from Zambia, but there are a lot of people from Zambia on the platform, actually.
Yes, I know some of them. We meet, we interact at some point.
Wow. So you are actually buying books directly from Amazon?
Yes, I buy books. I've got the hard copies. I think I've got about 20 of your books in terms of hard copies.
My God.
The ones on Amazon, I think I have about 50 books.
Ooh.
On Amazon. Yes. So I'm like, okay, this is it. This is my food. This is my daily food.
Yeah, but that's what Jesus said. Jesus spoke the parable that the man that finds the treasure, he goes and sells everything he has so that he will acquire the treasure.
Absolutely. And so I've acquired my treasures. So my library is growing. So like, I have to keep on keeping on, you see. Because we can't just catch up with you. Because every week, this one, you've released the books. I like, when is this man going to stop releasing books? Because you're just converting. You're like, wow.
But after conversion, it should be easier for you to understand.
Absolutely.
Because before I did the teaching on conversion, people might be confused. Yes. Where is he getting it from? But when you know the secret of conversion, you will know that it's explainable.
Yes, correct. Because just like I think after conversion, I tried to push. I was trying to chase up for some papers for a business company that I've set up, and we managed to get hold of the papers last month, and we've started the operations this month.
Beautiful.
So that was out of conversion.
Beautiful.
See, so that we were able to point them. Say, okay, these are the fruits. That's what you are teaching us. No, we shouldn't just hear the message, but we should be able to show for the fruits.
Yeah, you know what? Fusani, you are talking about the fruits. Maybe you will come for Kingdom Fruits one day, and we'll hear your story.
One day, absolute, doc.
Yeah, just drop me a line. Whenever you are ready, drop me a line on Facebook, and we're going to invite you.
Thank you so much, Pastor. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Fusani. Thank you so much.
By regard to Pastor Bose and the DSA team the other side.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay,
blessings.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
Oh, wow. That is a great testimony coming down there from Zambia. And he said the conversion series, the HMT, he has already converted it into a company, into a factory that is building there, and he has started operation. just since November when we did the conversion series. So we're going to have him to come and tell us the full story on kingdom fruits. And yep. These are the kind of people that will build the new Africa. These people who are, putting the word of God inside themselves now, who are making the word become flesh, who are paying the price of, living the word. Hello?
Hello, Dsa. Good evening.
You are the only lady calling tonight. I wonder why only the men are calling.
Good evening, sir.
Who is calling from where?
I'm Kenny calling from London.
Kenny, yes, I remember you. How are you doing, my sister?
I'm fine, Dsa. God bless you, sir.
What is your own perspective on this our discussion?
I didn't join from the beginning actually, but I got some messages and everything. Dsa, people that need to like the caller that called before the last one said,
yeah, from Canada.
People are not listening. People just, when there's something, when there's a movement and it's quite new from what they used to have, some people want to join, but they're just there just for, I'm part of this. I want to be there. It's not
I am in the vogue.
Yes, that's the thing. When the born again thing started in the 80s, or is it 70s? Everybody they were just joining it. People were not really broken. People are just like, it's a vogue now to be born again. It's a vogue now to be a Christian, to go to church. But they haven't they're not really broken. They haven't leave their old ways. They're just doing it. I'm part of the people that goes to church. It's like a fashion thing. Do you understand?
Right.
But it's the thing about your word, about your preaching is that people need to be broken. People need, like the other caller said, you need to sit down with it. Pastor Sunday, a day without me listening to you is not a day for me. I listen to your preaching every day. On my way to work, I read your book as if, my life depends on it. Because you need to have an hunger for this thing. You need to want to know the truth.
So it cannot be a surface bypass kind of thing.
No, it can't. For you to be able to get it, you need to be broken. You need to digest it and practicalize it and let it be part of you. Let it be your everyday, not even just every minute thing. Let it be like you have a hunger. I'm telling you, I kept asking and I kept saying, why didn't I know DSA for the past 2 years ago now, especially when you started this movement? I'm telling you, I started questioning myself. People need to be broken. People need to thirst and hunger for it. Like, when they were telling, when disciples were telling Jesus Christ, when they went to eat and they met Jesus Christ talking to the woman at the well.
Yeah, they wanted him to eat. Have you eaten, Rabbi?
Yes, exactly. And he said, this is his food. This is what is, do you understand? He explained to them that this is what he's meant to do, his food. That's how people need to understand your messages. People need to hunger for it, thirst for it. People need to let it be part of them. Until we do that, there won't be any effect. It will be a surface thing. Do you understand? It will be a shallow thing. And this movement, Dr. Sunday, it's just with time. With time, people will break away from the shrine, from the churches that call themselves from shrines that call themselves churches. It's just a matter of time. We just need to be patient. And before we can, and as I want to talk to people on the platform, before we can make an impact, we need to practicalize this thing. We need it to be part of us. We need it to be like a flesh, like a meat, and become part of us. That's how we can make an impact. But I'm telling you, DSA, I give you this movement, within 5 to 10 years, there will be a change. All those shrines will be empty.
Wow.
People will come. I sent it to my sister, and my sister was like, it's because you have made this man your mentor, or because you listen to him, that's why you're saying, he's good and all that. I said, you need to listen to this message with all your heart. He said, I listen to Baba Adeboye. I said, what's Baba Adeboye telling you? Has your life changed? He hasn't. It's still the same cycle. You go from one pastor to another pastor, you know, like you're going to one babalawo to another babalawo, you know. So we need to be broken. People need to, there's always a price to pay. It's either you pay with your time or whatever, but that is what it's all about, the kingdom of God. Like all you kept saying is about the kingdom. We need to seek it. We need to deal with all our hearts. It's not just going to be a surface thing. That's when people can get to have in effect. There are a lot of people on the platform, they're just there. Some people will even be abusing one another. Why are we doing that? We don't need it. I'm telling you, when I'm listening to your word, I'm just engrossed, as if I'm in there, as if I'm sitting down there beside you.
You have the focus. You have the focus.
I'm telling you, like when Jesus went to was talking to Mary and Martha was sitting at the feet of Jesus listening to him, and Mary Martha was going about doing all that. You know, that's how some people are. They're in the house with Jesus, but they're not focusing on him. They're not focusing on him. They're about doing some other thing, distracted. Oh, this person said this. Oh, DSA said this about politics. So they are counting on that. No, it's about the message. It's about listening to the truth. I'm telling you, when I listened to you, Pastor Sunday, I was like, wow, this is just it. This is the truth. At times I just go on my bed and I'll be crying that God, open people's heart. Let them see this. Deliver your people from the hands of this God of men or
God of men. Yes.
Yes. Deliver yourself. And meanwhile, you will see if it's Adeboye or Oyedepo that is doing one program, you will see millions of them online.
Right.
And they will be lying to them.
Right.
And that's what they want. Nigerians want quick fix. We want quick fix. We want things that they will tell you, do it now, and you next minute you get result. That's what Nigerians want. We don't want to go through the process. We don't want to go through denying yourself some things and to get the benefit of that thing. No. That's why they'll tell you, what's his name? This guy is the man of Mountain of Fire. I used to have his book. He will tell you have to pray this prayer. Yes. He said you have to pray this prayer. At the end of the day, they will pray the prayer. Nothing will happen. Nothing. But because they want quick fix. They want you just go to those churches. Oh, let me tell you, I just started a job and I met a pastor there. He said he's a pastor. He said, oh, he's Olukoya's church. He said, oh, I should come for deliverance.
No, I can't believe it.
I said, what do I need? I was just saying, well, what do I need deliverance for? Christ has delivered me. Why should I be going for deliverance? You yourself need to be delivered.
No, is it so gullible? A pastor is so gullible like that, saying that you are born again?
That's the way they are. Dr. Sunday, that's the way they are. In their behavior, in the way they talk, you don't see Christ in it. No, it's about, immediately I got to that job, he started talking to me, beware of this person, beware of that person, this person is that, you know. I just look at it and you call yourself a pastor. So we need to be patient with this. At the same time, we need to develop ourselves. We need to sit down with the messages, with the book. Every time I'm going to work, I used to do, it's always on my phone. I'm always reading your books on my phone. So I get to work, I'm coming back from work, I'm reading it. Because I know that that's what I need for now. I need it to change, to make an impact. The words are there. You have preached. God has spoken to you. You are doing it selflessly. And we need to do the same. We need to sit down with it and digest it.
Yeah.
Until we do that, people will just be making noise. But we need to, that's the sacrifice we need to be your mentor, to be your disciple.
Yeah.
People need to see, we don't just need to be on the platform and say, oh, my people are there. No, it's about you sitting down and hearing it and make sure that it has an impact in your life. And go back and listen again. Then Pastor Sunday, please, I want, there's a book that I want to buy on the Amazon, but it's not there. It's not electronic. It's just a book, paper copy.
Yeah, what's the name?
Money Can't Make You Rich.
No, it is there electronic.
It's not. On the Kindle. I tried to purchase it. It says it's not available.
Yeah, because you didn't go to my channel on Amazon.
I think I did.
Yeah,
I buy your
you
books.
went for my name. You know, there are a lot of people selling my materials under my using just my books. But I have a channel there. I have a page.
Okay.
They call
so
it a
it's
page.
there on your page.
Yeah, yes, when you get there, go to the author's page. You will see my name.
Okay.
Click on it, and it will take you to my page. Then when you get to my page, then you scroll down and go to the next page. Next page, you will see their electronic.
Okay, because I tried to, but it said no. I'll go back again tonight. And
Yes,
check.
it is there, but it just depends on how you try to buy it.
Okay. Okay. God bless you.
If you
sir.
don't get
It's
it,
really
then
big.
write me
Yeah.
again. If you don't get it, write me by Facebook or by email.
Okay. Okay. I'll do that. Thank you so
Thank you,
much for your
Kenny.
sacrifice, and God bless you.
Take care of
and
yourself.
Let me meet Dr. Bosse as well.
Yes.
As well with everybody.
Thank you,
Okay,
my
then,
dear.
bye, sir.
Blessings.
Yeah, bye, sir.
Blessings.
You too, yeah, bye.
Oh, wow. We still have callers. Can you believe it? People want to express themselves tonight. People want to express their feeling for some reasons. Well, you know, this is the latest book I just released, How to Turn Everything Negative. So all the things negative that we heard about following DSA, we can turn them to positive. And same with, but for you to really follow, you really need to be a personality. And that's what the second book is about. I'm a person, but I'm not just a person, I'm a personality. Hello?
Yes, DSA, how are you?
Oh, now the ladies have come. I was just wondering why only the men have been calling today. Who is calling from
This
what?
is Dagnet.
Dagnet. How are you doing, my sister? I saw that you were with us for HMT.
Oh, yes, I followed the whole session all the way through. I was very inspired. It just provoked me.
Yeah. If you will add that HMT material and resources and revelation to what you are already doing, it will increase you manyfold over, my dear.
Actually, you read my mind. That's actually what I have decided to do.
Yeah.
I decided to teach my people.
Yeah.
Step by step.
Yeah.
What you taught in HMT plus what God gave me. That's exactly what I've started to do.
Right.
Yes. But I wanted to echo exactly what Brother Paul said earlier.
Okay.
Yes, everything he said, I agree with him 100%. As far as so many, excuse me.
Okay.
That so many people are listening to you, but they're not applying the work. Or if they do listen, they're listening absent-mindedly. They're kind of distracted, which is the same approach many Christians take towards reading the Bible. They read the Bible with an absent-mindedness, without asking questions. Like, Lord, for example, in the scriptures, and we know how to quote scriptures, but we don't know how to sit down and think and marinate and meditate precept by precept.
Yeah.
Example, when the scripture said, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your mind. How can you love God with your mind if you don't think? So I begin to sit and meditate. What does it mean to love the Lord with all my mind? And then I suspend my mind. How can I love God with my mind without using it?
Beautiful.
To invent,
Beautiful.
to create, to design. How can I love God with all my mind? And yet I suspend my mind. Then I say I love. Then all I do is just repeat scriptures. Then what is the difference between me and the devil who quotes scriptures? So it's not everything Brother Paul said is so true. There's so many. You have so many followers, but they're not true disciples, because followers you can listen to. You can have 1 million followers who just listen to what you say and say, "Oh, that's a nice message. That's a nice program."
That's right.
But true disciple will take what you have done and begin to model into their lives and become like you in the flesh.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So there's a difference with followers and disciples. Like going back to reading the Bible. I no longer want to approach the Bible just to read it, to memorize it, and to regurgitate the scripture back to impress others I know the word. No, I want to become the word in flesh.
Yes.
How do you do that?
Yes.
You sit down and you study, you meditate, you marinate, you read the word number one until you are convinced what you read is true. It's like we go to college. You don't take your book. Let's say you want to study law or medicine. You don't just take that book You read it once, and you say, I'm ready to practice law. Right? You don't take your law book and say, you read it once and say, I'm ready to practice law. They're going to think you're crazy. But many Christians read the Bible once, even if they have done that. They read the Bible once or read a chapter once, they are done. Sometimes tell Christians, if you take one chapter and read that one chapter every day for 7 days, you will understand it.
You're right.
So it's time for us to not just follow. It's time for us to become true disciples.
Beautiful.
Take your messages, take your teachings, and study until you become that message, until you become that word made flesh. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
Woo. Dagnet. That's Dagnet right there. Prayer warrior. Thank you so very much, Dagnet. Nice hearing your voice again today. Blessings.
Thank you, Dsa. I'm coming back on Kingdom Fruit very soon.
I'm waiting. I've been waiting since.
Actually, I have to do a program with you for the idol, the temple cleansers and the idol smashers. I'm still studying that program. I want to come and do it.
I'm still waiting.
I'm coming, I promise, because I want to come and shake the place. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Bye. Wow. Okay, is there anybody there? We have somebody else who wants to call before we go. If people forgot that I still have to come back today. I'm still having my leadership teachings. I think I still have like a week to go. Maybe I have a week to go before the leader is a ladder. A few more days, maybe a week more to go on that topic. Hello?
Hello, Dsa. This is Pastor Marie from North Carolina.
Why did they put all the ladies at the back? How are you, Pastor Marie?
I'm fine. How are you? Happy New Year again.
Well, very, very nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, I wanted to contribute about how to read your books and how to listen to your videos.
Okay.
I have a testimony. Like I hear people say that they go in the bathroom, listening in the car, everywhere. But I think the best way to listen to your video, because God has to stop me. I had a dream. The Lord told me, I work Monday to Friday. So the Lord told me that Friday, for me to get out of the house, to go somewhere else in solitude. I'm like, oh my God, I'm working, the kids, how am I going to do this? But I managed to do it. I have to pay the hotel for 3 days. So I went to the hotel for 3 days without food, just my 2 bottles of water. I listened to the video, like 7 videos in those 3 days, of course with prayers.
Yes.
But the message that I heard in that hotel in solitude, it was different. It was different than the one I was listening at home. So let's people get serious about this, because the Lord has to stop me. And the revelation that He gave me through your videos, it was outstanding. I mean, it's mind-blowing. Because I got the revelation. I begin to hear God clearly in that hotel room through your video, like never before.
Yeah.
That's why when I came back, I told my husband, when I came back, I told my husband that, listen, I got a revelation. We are struggling here and there, but we got to go and listen to this video in another dimension, in another place. So that's why I want to tell the Mentee, the DSA followers, not to get this thing lightly, because the Lord is on it.
And the best way to listen is to go on solitude.
Yes, that's what He told me, that the best way for you to listen is to go on solitude. I have to pay the hotel for 3 days to go listen to this video. But listen to the testimony. When I came back in my place of work, Everybody wanted to talk to me.
Jesus!
Everybody. I wrote you a note that my supervisor wanted to talk to me about something was going on to go do the deliverance or whatever. That's after that.
Jesus.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not to take lightly. To encourage you that what you are doing, the Lord is there. The Lord is with you. So that's what I wanted to say.
Strong,
to you.
very strong, Pastor. Very, very strong. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Yeah, God bless.
Thank you, man. Blessings. I absolutely agree with Pastor Marie, because there is nothing like taking these videos and the audios and the books and going to his solitude. I don't know if I think I'd said it many times before, that when I met T.L. Osborne, that is the person that really first inspired me to be able to incarnate God in myself and to be able to, really make God flesh. And what I did was I got all his there were CDs, there were tapes, there were audio. I got all his messages that I could lay my hands on. And I was going to solitude every month for the next 2 years. Hello?
Hello, Pastor Sonny.
Who is calling from where?
This is Tanada calling from Minnesota.
What's the name?
Tanada.
Tanada?
Yeah, Plutona's wife.
Oh, right. How are you, my sister?
I am so good, Pastor Sunday.
You decided to call today.
Because I don't know what to say.
Wow.
Whatever everybody is saying is true, because I don't know.
Your husband has always been talking about you, and you called one time, but I want to hear you today.
Pastor Sonny, I'm dying with your books, with your teaching, but trust me, I got a question for you, and if only you can just answer that question for me today, I would know what to do. I really want to know who are you, because I don't know who can do what you are doing. I don't know who can do it. I don't know who can do what you are doing. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what to really think about you. I've been reading books. I've been listening. I can't even keep up with, nobody can keep up with you. You have to go back. Right now, I don't listen to your current messages because I cannot keep up. I can't. I have to go back. I have to go back. And I used to run 2-3 miles every morning. I get up 4 o'clock in the morning, read for 1 hour, then do my running for 1 hour. But right now, I cannot run with your messages anymore because I'm not getting anything. I am not. I'm just running. But then I will come back and listen. It still doesn't work. You have to get your notepad. You have to get the messages. I have my iPad and my phone to Google words. I have been reading about you. I've been doing research about you. I still can't understand who are you. Maybe I will say only your wife know who you are.
Yeah,
Trust me,
one time I was telling the story of my wife. My wife was saying, thank God that I know that you have some weaknesses, so I know that you are a human being. Otherwise, I find it difficult to know that is he a human being I'm living with or not.
Nobody can understand you. Nobody can keep up with you. Trust me. Everybody going around cussing and calling. People will call us names because we follow of Pastor Sonny. Trust me. Once you know who Pastor Sonny is, you are dead already. Nobody want to talk to you. Nobody want to know who you are. Nobody even care about you. And let me tell people about who people I know. I myself struggling with other things, and I learned from other people today. But right now, those who are still struggling with being lonely because they go to church, they have to leave the church. You can't make it. Wow. You have to stop going to church. I don't go to church. I don't pay tithe. I don't talk to nobody. My phone doesn't ring. That's the only way. I'm still struggling. I am still struggling. Right now, I'm reading How to Hear the Voice of God, Pastor Sunday. I read that book in less than 2 hours in a day. I still didn't get anything. Right now, I started reading it for the 4th or 5th time. That's where I started getting something. And you won't believe. It's no joke. Nobody can keep up with you. People need to stop doing what they're doing. They're wasting their time.
You know,
I just read the first chapter.
Grenada, you know, the last caller told us the best way to do it. The best way is to shut everything down for 2-3 days, be alone in a solitude place, and just listen and listen and listen, or read and read and read.
That's the truth. But I read how to hear the voice of God. I read chapter 1, page 1, just the first 2 lines. I read it for 3 days. I read it for 4 weeks. And then when I read that first 3 lines for a whole week, I got temptation came my way. And then the voice came to me and said, I thought you said as a believer, it is important to know in whom you believe and why you believe in. Why are you having problem right now? Then I went back. I've been reading it for more than a month. I still can pass chapter 3 because you know why? As I read, I write.
Good.
I could barely pass high school. Because of you, I went back to kindergarten.
Wow.
That's the truth. Right now I'm talking to you, I'm shaking. You don't know what you have done. If only you knew. Trust me, you won't. If you right now you say you live in your life for 300 years, trust me, you live that life that you think is 300 is until the coming of Christ.
Amen.
Nobody. I don't have nothing to say. Bye, Pastor Sonny. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Grenada, you are full of fire. You are full of fire.
Oh yeah, Pastor Sonny, thank you so much. All I have to say is thank you.
Greetings to your husband for me and your children.
Thank you. The same here too, Pastor Sonny. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Ooh. Wow, I think we have to stop now because we have gone overboard for 1 hour. 1 hour late. So you guys, I would just say, come back in the next 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I will be back with the leadership teaching series. A leader is a ladder is what I'm teaching on. So see you in the next 10, 15 minutes. Peace.